So like I was trying to say, this is always such a difficult thing doing a live review type of thing. How long did it take me to get that going? Oh, only 3 minutes and 33 seconds. That's not bad. Pete, I saw your thing. Thanks so much, brother. I really appreciate it. Game line, what is your malfunction, my friend? Okay, great. I will talk to you off air. Okay, so, anyways, let's get back to the task at hand. These are always very difficult to do because if you kind of goof it up, everybody just kind of looks at it crazy. We got Cthulhu Kitty here, that mega gangster star. And why don't we just get right to it? We're going to take a look at a game that I've been very excited about. We're trying a new camera angle here. So I got a new... we had a few bucks left over from the patron. So we invested everything we had, and when we were done, we had a few bucks left over, so we got a new stand for our camera. So it's actually where we can put it where it's hanging overhead so we can get some better angles here. So now here's the thing. I did take the cellophane off, but I have not looked inside this box, so I have no idea what's in here. I don't even know if it's all here because, as you know, quality control with Manic can be a disaster. And Cthulhu, it's time for you to go. Thanks for coming by. I think you're a big star. Start posting on Instagram. So we're going to take a look at some of the things that are going to come in here, but I'm also going to kind of run over the game because I do have an idea how a lot of this works. So as you can see, you're going to get a whole bunch of attack dice, and we'll talk about those very shortly. Here's one of the big bosses. So let's make sure that we have the correct miniature count. What makes me nervous is exactly that, when they have stuff underneath. So we're just going to kind of go through everything, and I'll put it back into the box. And well, actually, I'll probably pop a bunch of it out. Now, you can't bookcase this game the way you did the other game that they did. So we're just going to... we're going to put this in here. See, you got some standees. These are actually for the player cards, and this is for your dungeon master, more or less. So let's take a look, and let's just make sure that we have everything that we're supposed to have with the game. And while we're doing that, the rule book, here we go. All right, so we should have 10 dice. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5 is 10. So we're off to a good start. Mercenaries. Well, let's just count out how many figures we should have, period. 6, 10, 14, 5 bosses we should have. So we know we got the one big dude. So that's this guy. Uh-oh. So we got the big dude here. Okay, here's the other boss. We have this person here, as you can see. Well, the plastic isn't the best. It's that bendy plastic, but we'll make do with it and we'll paint it up. And that's what we're pretty much going to do this week. Everybody and their brother is painting Necromunda, so I'm deciding to take and go the complete other way. All right, so we got this dude here, so he looks pretty cool. Quality control from Mantic. I'm always ready. Okay, so I'm really not going to read too much of the comments until I get done here, so please forgive me. All right, so that's 2 bosses. And let me just make sure. This is another boss. This is a backpack or something. Okay. Uh-oh. Yeah, as I figured. Mantic being Mantic, I did get a figure that is missing an arm. Yep. I knew it. So I got a figure that's missing an entire arm. I've got this other sentry guy. Okay, so, well, we can get past that. Let's see if it may be in the other packages here. Well, here's another boss. So that's our 6th boss, so we're doing all right. We got a, let's see. We got, I don't even see this. Oh, okay, yeah, that's another boss or mercenary. And let's make sure that we got our 2 sentries. We got our 2 sentries. All right. Boy, it's a shame that you have to do this and that you run into a problem every single time. I mean, it goes without fail that you run into some kind of problem here. This is a mercenary. We've got another mercenary. All right, there's 2 little pieces here, which I'm not sure what they belong to, but it's definitely not that dude's arm. And here's another type of mercenary. And the plastic on these, they're not bad. It's not great either, but you know, you could work with anything here. All right, so what do we have here? So now in this one here, we're going to have we've got now the red guys here. And these guys are, I'm trying to figure out on this sheet, so just bear with me, folks. Are these yeah, these look like they're sentry guards. Okay. And some mutants. So it just looks like more of the same. I will actually figure this out. Again, like I said, we're trying to figure out what we got here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not unless they gave me too many of the same thing. No, these are lab technicians and corporate rangers. We have security guards, some plague victims, that's what the other guys were, and 6 corporate marines. Okay, so it looks like we have all the guys. The only problem is that one of the mercenaries, which guy is this? Yeah, this guy's missing an arm, and you can see where he's actually missing an arm. Typical, mostly miniatures, or does it? I mean, this is just typical Mantic. I mean, it's just very disappointing. You know, especially when you look forward to something as much as you do. But that is neither here nor there. As long as the other stuff's in there, we can play with the missing arm. That's for sure. And they can't say that I didn't have it. So, we have 2 containment tanks we're supposed to have. We have... Yes. We have 2 weapon lockers. Whoa. That's what I get for moving. You stupid cat. Stop. Boy, this is not a stream that's going well. We have some benches here. We have 6 tables. We should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tables. Oh boy, we're off to a great start now. Let's see, we should also have 6 crates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 crates. Should have 4 cabinets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alright. We should have terminals. How many terminals should we have? 6 terminals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, maybe in here. Oh, no, 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 no. Boy, I was about to go on quite a rant. We have 6 terminals. We have 4 double doors. We have 6 doors. All right, we're in pretty good shape, it looks like. We've got our cards. We'll explain that in a minute here. We have the planning cards, so we'll show you those too. Boy, I can't believe that one dude is just all messed up. That's really disappointing. Every single game, it seems. Nexus cards, manic points. Yeah, these really help things out. Deployment equipment. So let's make sure that we have all this stuff, because this is where usually everything really gets screwed up. So Nexus, 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 Nexus. All right, so how many Nexus cards should we have? We should have... These are actual 36 Nexus cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Stop. Let's do it this way because it makes more sense here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. These are event cards. 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. All right. We have 36. You get 36 of these event cards. All right. Yeah, the left arm comes with the next expansion, probably. Minion cards. We should have 7 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, we're on a tear now. Psychic cards. We should have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We do. Congratulations. Event cards. There should be 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Holy cow. Mantic is on a tear. Deployment equipment. There should be 4. We have 4. It's a shame that you have to do this. All right. Trying to spit all this out. Because normally you should just be able to open up a game and then figure out eventually if you lost something. So loot cards. Rare items. Skills. Okay. Skill cards. There should be 22 skill cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Loot. Loot. Rare items. Mission bonuses. Rare items. I don't know why they do this. Alright. Sorry, I'm kind of off camera here. But you get mission bonuses, you get loot cards, rare items, skill cards, and I'm just trying to make sure that we have everything here before we go too far into this. I really don't want to blow this game up, even though I'm missing an arm of a guy. It shouldn't be a big deal. I'll write them and hopefully they'll send me an arm. Or maybe they'll see this video. I doubt it. You know, and we got killed for writing, you know, basically doing a nasty gram. It wasn't a nasty gram, but I really kind of said, you know, if you're going to put out a game of quality, make sure that the stuff's in the box. Yeah, no, this is a retail. I got Miniature Market is selling this, so I got it retail. 22 skill cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. All right, we got 22 of those. Rare items. Now, does it tell us how many rare items we should have? No, it doesn't tell us anything. So I don't know how many of these cards we're supposed to have. It doesn't give me how many item cards we should have. Or mission bonus cards. So we don't know if we have the correct amount because it isn't broken down here. Or loot cards. It doesn't tell us how many we're supposed to have. Okay, awesome. But it looks like for the rest of this, we've pretty much got everything. We get the rule book. We get the... Oh, somebody thumbed this down. Okay, cool. That's fine. Who cares? We get... It's probably a Manic fan. The Elder's Contract. We get the mission book. And, of course, we get tiles. So let's make sure that we have all the tiles, which we should. I don't think we'll have too much of a problem. And I'm just going to pop a bunch of these out. So we can kind of just go over how this all works out in some ways. And we're just going to give a brief overview of how this works. So I'm just going to punch out some of these things, and the rest of this is just going to go into... Oh, we did get the flame template. Awesome. We got that. All right, it looks like everything else is here. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, so we're going to talk a little bit about this game, at least as far as what I know about it. You know, one of our guys is broken. So, let's take a look at these cards here. As you can see, we have different types of heroes here. This is their cost, how much they cost. And I'll show this all to you. Let me just... Oh, here's the guy with the missing arm. That's what his arm looks like. That's pretty cool. They actually show you what his arm looks like. And these are broken up into the villains, of course, and of course the heroes. So we're going to put this aside for the time being. And we're going to break down and talk about how this plays out, okay? Because it's actually a really good game. And I do love their game so much. Now, I'm not going to see the comments, so I can't really answer any questions right away. But at the end, I will take your questions about, yes, Star Saga, a game I've waited for with great excitement. Okay, so what happens here? First of all, you're given this card. This is your health, okay? Up here is how many you can move, which is 4. How many dice you roll on an attack, okay? Close combat, which is 2 dice. 4 is your defense dice. And this here, oh boy. Why don't I take a look and just make sure that I get it right so I don't tell you the wrong thing. Oh, let's get the rule book out. Because they break everything down here. And unfortunately, I did not get a chance to read this, but I have been trying to follow up on it as much as I possibly could. I want to make sure I tell you the right thing. And, okay, here we go. And, wow. This is not the greatest book in the world already. And shoot. Oh, you think you would break down the card? Well, I'm not too sure what this symbol is. I know it. I think it has. This is an ability or sentry thing. But anyways, it tells you the burst. Right here, it tells you what type of weapons you have, and then you have a special ability here. On this side is actually a track to keep track of any experience. Every time you get kills or you unlock a sentry of some sort, not a sentry, a terminal, you'll get experience points for doing such. Now, we're just going to put this quick map together. just so we can kind of show you what the heck is going on here. And of course I am doing this from a very weird angle, so I want to make sure that we get this correctly. As you can see, these are both sided, double-sided, so which is really cool. And we'll do something like this. That goes here. And it has little stars and markers, so you can decipher the squares, as you can see. So if you're looking at this and you're going, oh man, I can't figure this out, well, it all meshes together and works out pretty well. And we can do that. And all we want to do is just keep this really, really as simple as can be. That's actually a loading door. And we'll do something like that. We'll put a door here. We'll put a terminal here so you guys can see what a terminal does. We can have a room offshoot from here so we can talk about some of the things that you can do here. Now, as you can see, the blue guys, of course, are our heroes for the most part, except some of them are villains. And one of our good mercenary friends is missing. Oh, look at this dude. See? He looks pretty cool. And we'll just throw out a couple of villains here, just for ha-has. Now, I'm not going to go over every single rule, but I am going to talk about a few things, and we're just going to give you a good idea how this all works, so you can make a decision whether or not this is something for you. Now, the sequence of the game is the mercenary phase. Now, you're the mercenaries, and the Nexus is actually the dungeon lord, if you want to put it into Dungeon Saga terms. Okay, so what happens here is that, for instance, here we have, who is this? That dude right there. He does look cool. He's definitely somebody I'm going to play as. Elias. Okay, here we go. And he has 3 dice to shoot. Now, in order to hit somebody, you're going to have to roll these dice. Now, you have a critical hit, which is here. I believe that is a direct hit. Oh, that's for loot cards. Okay. Okay. So, resolving attacks. That's what we were looking at. Oh, okay, I see how they break everything down. Oh, for crying out loud, I feel so stupid. They actually really show you, but they break down each part of the card in a section. So it isn't that bad. They really actually do a really pretty decent job of breaking this all down. So, I just want to make sure that I tell you guys the right thing and that I do not tell you the wrong thing. The only problem I have is each blast attack is a successful attack. Yes, and one is a critical attack. Yes, so this is actually a critical attack. Okay, this is a successful attack, and this is also a successful attack. So what you would do is you would roll as many dice as you have. So for a range, there is long range and there is short range, and you are given these templates to measure the range, as you can see. So as you can see, in long range, you're definitely in long range, but you're also in short range too, because this is the short range thing. So you would measure from the center of your base to any part of their base, as long as it touches and it's not blocked by any type of scenery, in which that they would get a, if there was a piece of, let's say that crate was there, and he was trying to shoot here, that would be cover, so it would be -1 die. You would roll your dice, and then of course they would roll their defense dice, and each blank has no effect. Yes. Each blast icon represents a successful attack, and each shield icon represents a successful block or dodge. What you do is discard all defense dice and all block attack dice if there are no attack dice left. Oh, that's after you do all the modifiers. Now, here's some of the modifiers. -1 attack or defense die if the model is injured. So if you have an injury, okay, and say you're in this area here. Now, once you get here on your card, you're out of the game. But as you can see, you could take a couple of hits and then you become injured, as you can see over here on your card. There are certain minuses. -1 attack die if a model is injured. -1 defense die if attacking model is behind the defender. So say this attacking model is behind him, it would be -1 defense die. So you can't come up behind them. A close combat is always considered in the first 6 boxes here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can excuse me, a range attack you can hit in the front here. These behind arcs, the three behind here, are where you would be shooting from behind, and you would get certain bonuses. -1 attack or defense die in close assault. Oh, it's always in the front arc of more than one enemy. Now, say you are here, you also get a bonus. So let's move this out of the way. So if you're doing close combat here and you have 3 attack dice, well, you're going to be -1 attack dice because he gets an assist from this person right there. So, and it also works the other way. If this person's attacking here and this person is here, well, guess what? He would get an extra attack die. So it works for bonuses and minuses as well. Now, movement, as you know, you can move diagonally in this also. So that would count as 1 movement. You move, of course, throughout here. But there's one more thing that I wanted to show you about shooting here. There, you can shoot leaning around the corner. As you can see right here, let's just put the guy that we're using here. If he's right here, he can actually lean around the corner and shoot. And he would be in cover. Now, of course, he would, as long as he's within range, he would be able to shoot. So it would be, you would be measuring from this to here. Now, if this guy was over here, you would not be able to shoot him because, of course, you cannot get to him. But if he's over here, he can lean around the corner, and you would measure from that particular square to here to shoot and hit our enemy right there. So, of course, you roll off the dice and you mark off whatever damage there is. But there's ways to get experience, and that's the thing that you really want to do. So you want to take somebody down. You also want to be able to, some of these doors might be locked. And that's a whole nother thing here. So say, for instance, this door is a 2. Okay? You would need 2 successes in order to open that particular door. So you would roll dice, and if you got 2 successes, like we just got here, but you would have to be over at the terminal to open up that particular door, you would be able to do it. If you only got 1 success, then what would happen is this would be turned over to 1, and you would have to use another action to roll dice to once again try to open up the door. The next thing that there is searching for loot. Now, say these crates here are all spread out, and depending on the mission, it will have a number that you would have to roll in order to I mean, there would be certain crates that have loot in it. Now, in order to get loot, you would have to roll dice, and you would be allowed to roll a certain number of dice. So, for instance, to draw 2 loot cards, you would have to get this particular dice with the question mark. That would give you 2 loot cards. Roll one of these or one of these, you would draw 1 loot card. But if you rolled a blank, you would find nothing when you're searching those particular crates. So there's all different types of terrain in here that you're going to have certain effects. And in here, this mission book, which from what I've heard, all these missions are just really look pretty fantastic. I mean, it does have that Dungeon Saga feel. Now let's talk a little bit about the Dungeon Master himself. Okay, and the Dungeon Master actually has this and a certain amount of event cards mixed into his deck. He's allowed to have 3 cards at any time in his hand. So he starts his turn with 3 cards. Now he will play these cards. Now this one here, as you can see, he can draw 2 more cards. Now also, if there's a spawn point here, so let's just say here, he can discard this card, okay, and put 2 enemies onto this particular area. Well, they would actually start off here, and then on the next corresponding turn, they would come on. Let's see what else, if I'm missing anything else here. Also, you would play these cards, and you can play them, and then at the end of your hand, you would draw back up. There are also cards that are event cards. Now, when you play an event card, and let's just take a look. Oh, here they are, the Nexus cards. These are mixed in. You will play the card the minute you draw it, and that becomes the event, and then you would still be able to draw another card so you can have 3 in your hands in order to play. There are different levels, as you can see. So level 1, and then you would go to level 2 and level 3, and of course things get nastier as you go, as the Dungeon Master is controlling the opposite side, trying to stop you from completing your mission. Again, this is a campaign-based game, so you have a whole bunch of different missions. Now, the only thing that I've really got to read and learn about to see if this has the same kind of thing where you can do different types of missions and stuff like. I mean, a whole campaign where you're working through and trying to get. Let's see. Yeah. See, here's where we would have experience points for our campaign. Starting a campaign. Each campaign, whether it's the contract or any other story in the Star Saga range, begins with mission 1. So basically, you would run through all these missions as a campaign, and you would get experience as you go, and that will help you get loot. I'm sure there's mission parameters and different skills. Now, as you level up, you're going to be able to attach these skills to your player card. And that, in a nutshell, which wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, is our not our first live review, but actually our live kind of look at and unboxing of Star Saga. Something I'm very excited about, and I'm looking forward to getting painted up very quickly and playing very soon. So I'm going to take some questions, some very quick questions, and I'm going to give you some thoughts on this already. Again, we're going to have to play it a few times in order to really get a feel for it. So let's just adjust our thing. Oh, there we go. So we can actually, you don't want to look at the game anymore, right? You want to look at my ugly mug. So let's just talk a bit about this game. So, without further ado, Leland, you're going to have to go in here and figure out when I start explaining the game. There you go. All right, so I'm going to take any comments or any questions that you have about Star Saga. Sorry, got myself a little frazzled there. And let's take a look here. Patrick Ellis. Rob, I'm sorry for my YouTube tirade, but I'm done. I'm done of my Rob, Oren, and family. Huh? Okay, I have no idea what he's talking about. Okay. So let's take a look here. Game line, and there we go. I have no idea what you're talking about, Patrick. For my YouTube tirade, but I'm done of my... Boy, if you're going to say something, make sure that we can understand what the hell you're saying. Okay, so do you prefer sci-fi fantasy theme for a dungeon crawl? Hi, Misfit. How are you? I hope you got my email. I do love sci-fi so much. It's really a tie as far as I'm concerned. I really don't have a preference. I love sci-fi. Like, I love Space Hulk as much as I love dungeon crawls. If I had to pick one, what would it be? Boy, that's a tough one. But that's a good question, though. But it is a real tough one. I think this is the case where you should play before you paint. I am eager to see how this works. I tried to explain it the best I could, as quick as I could, going through kind of their website and trying to pick up as much as I could. There's a lot here. I think I can learn it the same time I'm painting it, and I think I can have this done in a couple days. So let me take these glasses off because I can actually see better. Sure thing. I can cut out the no sound part after. Thank you so much. But also just have a timestamp where there's the unboxing, and then a timestamp where I start explaining the game a little bit. What is your gut feeling? Good successor to Dungeon Saga? Some complexity? I wish it had a single player the way Dungeon Saga has. It feels very Dungeon Saga, but I really got to feel it out. I'm fond of my Rob, Oren, and family. Oh, I thought you basically said you were done with us. I have a new Kindle Fire. The spell check is bad. Oh. I thought you came on to say, something, I'm done with Rob, Oren, and everything. I go, why are you doing that now during a live review? Blow me up later. I appreciate it later. It's all right, Patrick. Star Saga looks good. Is there enough tactical decisions to make it deep enough to replay several times? I think so. The thing kind of bothers me, and I was just looking at it very quickly. Now, you got to remember this. I am looking at this at the same time that you are, and I think it gives you a fresh perspective of what's going on. And I really think that this is, if you can add the solo element to this, then you got me. Now, if they have the Adventurer's Companion the way they did with Dungeon Saga, I love Dungeon Saga. Dungeon Saga just keeps getting better for me. The thing I can't stand about Mantic is, number one, here's a situation where these are as far as figures are concerned, but I don't need the most beautiful figures in the world. I really don't. What I do need is to have all my figures, okay? Like this guy, he's made out of very hard plastic that you can really, he kind of reminds me of the guy from Dead Zone. And I think that's cool. I hate bendy plastic like this, but it's not out of shape. It's not where you have to work with it so much. This sword's bent. That doesn't bother me. But when you send me a guy and he's missing an arm, Okay? He's missing an arm. All right? You know, it kind of rubs me the wrong way, especially with all the experiences that I've had, all the emails that I've gotten from people. The thing here, and just looking at this, okay, is that there's a lot going on here with these missions. I was hoping you would get, okay, mission C. Okay, maybe mission B. Mission A. There's a lot more I have to read, and I don't want to... Okay, so you get 3 beginning missions. And then you go into mission 1. Mission 2, mission 3, mission 4. And these are good size missions. The quality of the boards are a lot better than the ones that Dungeon Saga came with. You don't have to clip them together. Mission 5. It's a big mission. I like how you give me all this stuff so I can see what I need to paint and stuff like that. How I want to paint it. 6, 7. 7's pretty big. 8. Monstrous Betrayal. Mission 9. Okay, so you're giving me 9 missions with that. Well, that wasn't cool. Oh well. And I'm gonna come back to your things. I'm messing up a little bit here. I'm actually trying to answer one of these questions. Oh wow. Mission 9. Okay, this is mission 9. Now the thing that really gets me here, this book is... Okay, they set you up and they show you how to play through for the very first time. Sequence of play, mercenary phase, nexus phase, and then you have an end phase. And then they break every phase down. This is good. Shows you your actions. Here's the actions that you can do. You can shoot, close combat, open and close a door, access a terminal, interact with scenery. So there's all different things that you can do. So you know that this is going to be more of it as we go. I'm going to back this chat up a little bit because I'm going to try to answer everybody here. So just bear with me. And I'm somebody that just loves to make sure that I answer everybody's thing. And I don't want this to be a horribly, excruciatingly long review here. Yeah, it's 45 minutes. I want to keep it just to an hour. So we're going to do this in about 15 minutes. But I will get to a lot of this. They talk about the scenery, covery, pot shots. That's what I was talking about. It's called pot shots. Shows you how to resolve attack. This book is at... I want to back up. This book is very well put together because it breaks everything down. Now it comes and it breaks down the Nexus phase. That's your guy that is the dungeon master, more or less. Use special abilities. You'll have special abilities. Make activations. Reinforce troops. Make bonus activations. Draw your Nexus cards up to 3, like I had said. It breaks everything down. End phase. This, that, the other. Talks about loot. Special rules. Mission progress. You want to be able to document all that. There's additional rules as far as breaking away if you're in close combat. Destroying scenery. You can destroy it. Stealth. Large models. Talks about how they move. Campaign. Winning and losing. VP. Victory points. Exchange for credit awards. So you're spending credits. You can spend credits on items from the rare loot deck. That's the one that we were taking a look at. Leveling up. New attributes. But no solo play. I can wait for that. I don't know what the guys got in the Kickstarter edition, but, this is something that we can kind of research and do a little bit. The scenery, very nice, very detailed. It'll be a lot of fun to paint all this stuff up and really bring the thematic part of this into play here. So, let's continue and answer some of these questions. So, sure thing. I can cut out... Okay. What's my gut feeling? I already answered that. Star Saga looks good. Is there... yeah, I answered that. Patrick, I apologize. Jason Miller's here, so there goes the stream. Okay, I just got here. Start over. Yeah. Drew, how are you? Will this one play full co-op, or is it still one versus many? Yes, it's one versus many. One versus four. Amen, RE Solo. I'm steering clear for that reason. But the original Dungeon Saga came out with, and it was one versus many, Helen. And then they came out with the Adventurer's Companion, and it changed the entire focus of the game. And you'll see that. Misfit, she got it, so I'm glad. Yes, I got it. I am lost for word. Oh, no, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Bye all. Must bug out. Okay, we'll see you. Never done with you and the family. Thank you, Patrick. Rob, just received my army paint brushes from Miniature Market. Outstanding. Oh man, Rob. I'm almost finished painting up the power armor from Fallout board game. I need to get nice photos to you. Cool. All right, not under an insert possibly. No, when I opened up that bag, he was missing an arm. One of the missions is to find the missing arm. Yeah, there you go. Mantic have really blanked poor. Yeah, they messed me up pretty bad with missing components and stuff like that. It's called not armed and dangerous. Was that the guy's arm? No, it just felt that way. Brilliant, Mark. Okay. How does this compare to other sci-fi crawls? I love sci-fi dungeon crawls, but I'll be honest with you. Just looking at it, it has enough. You see, my fear with this is that I'm really gonna like it, and we're gonna play it, and then we're gonna go, wow, we want more, and that's always a dangerous feeling around here. Anyone? Okay. Maybe there is a spare arm in Dungeon Saga. Okay. I know we were talking about Star Saga. Okay, there we go. I'm just trying to take questions for Star Saga. Okay. Patrick is still painting the miniatures. The original Dungeon Saga, I have the original Dungeon Saga, but I've really heard nothing but how bad the Adventure Companion is. You're the only person I know who says it's good. I guess I need to buy it and try it. Yeah, it does add a lot because you can play solo, and then as you get the other expansions, it adds to the Adventurer's Companion. It really does make it where you can really do a lot of different things with that game. I do enjoy the multiplayer part of Dungeon Saga as well. Okay, come on. I did enjoy a little bit of the multiplayer Dungeon Saga that we got through. This is marketed as solo and cooperative also. Surely it is. I don't know. I'm going to have to read more and try to figure that out. Oh, wait. Can you even buy the Adventure Companion? I've not seen it in stock in a long time. Check Miniature Market. It might be there. Time to light candles. Good night, everybody. Good night, Nathaniel. All right, so basically, that's pretty much everything with with Star Saga. I was about to say Dungeon Saga. Components are decent. The miniatures are decent. They're fairly detailed. They're not, I'm sure this guy's arm is very detailed wherever it may be. Okay, but once again, I have to write manic, and then you feel like an idiot. But there you go. I mean, as far as the actual components, I mean the miniatures, they're decently detailed for you painters, and I think you'll enjoy painting them. They're not all that rubber plastic. The only guy that's that kind of rubber stuff is this guy because of his arms, and he's a little different, but he is a main villain, so you're going to want to paint him up. And this dude here, he seems okay. There's nothing missing on him, so okay, we're going to give it a go. We're going to see what it's all about, and we'll give it a try. Right out of the box, I'm really excited from what I see of this so far. I'll have to read a little more, see if there is a way that you can play it solo. I severely doubt it, but there's got to be a way around it. So unless you are hiding the cards and just turn over a card at a time, that's the only thing I can think of. So without further ado, I think we've covered it. I'm excited about it. This is one of those games, that, Manica had a chance to redeem themselves with me. And of course, I opened up the box. And the one guy that you don't want to give an arm to, it's the wrong guy, because he just did this live in front of a whole bunch of people. So God only knows what you're going to be missing. So hopefully I don't find that I have 2 or 3 of the same card, because then this would really be a disaster. But we'll discover that soon. I'm going to show you how to paint these guys up, and maybe we'll do that tomorrow. Just get them primed up. I think I can knock these guys out pretty quickly. And I think that's about it. I think I covered it all. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let's see if there's any more questions real quick. I really hope it is solo co-op out of the box. I ordered it on the basis. I'm pretty sure it is. If they say it is, it's just maybe something I'm missing. Sorry, derelict ship. Listen, does this compare to the tail in front of my face? Does this compare to Shadows of Brimstone? I don't think anything can compare to Shadows of Brimstone, because you have a chance to play that game forever and never get all the way through it. That's how great Shadows of Brimstone is. But there you go. We covered Star Saga. Tomorrow we'll be live. We'll be doing something together. Matter of fact, I think we're going to play something with Janice when I get home. So I'm looking forward to that. We might come on a little later and play something live. I'm not too sure. We'll see what she's got cooking, and we'll be trying out our new camera angle. Of course, it's knocked off a little bit, and because I tried to move it myself. But there you go. And until next time, I hope you enjoyed this. This is your old friend Rob, and we will be talking to you very, very soon. And thanks for watching this. Leland, please clean this up for me. I would appreciate it, my good friend.